What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Camber Energy, ticker CEI. This is one very hot stock that a lot of people have been watching very closely, and they want to know how high it could potentially go. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So based on Friday alone, it went up 53.32%, a lot of volume. So 72.76 million shares being traded, 11.32 is the average. And the news that did come out right here was the fact that, I'll just quickly go over here, the fact that they did get shareholder approval, both companies in fact, to have a merger. And it looks like Viking Energy is going to be a wholly owned subsidiary of Camber Energy. So in that regard, fairly good stuff. And it looks like right here, Viking does have roughly around a 79.80 million market cap. And they do actually generate some revenue, which is very surprising. I initially looked at the market cap and didn't really think so, but revenue 7.2. As far as the balance sheet, they have a very small cash and cash equivalent kind of a holding there. Surprisingly, a little bit more than CEI though. But when it comes down to it, I think this is a fairly good thing. And based on the market cap of CEI, I do feel that this can definitely run up a little bit more. And that's not even counting a squeeze component. So just based on the actual merger, I do feel that this can easily, I wouldn't say easily, but maybe go around to the $1.80 to $2 range. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. But when it comes down to CEI, a lot of people are assuming that there is going to be a squeeze, especially considering what happened after hours with AMC, by them going up roughly around 63%. And a lot of people are anticipating for it to continue that momentum as well. So when it comes to it, I'll give you guys a quick overview of Camber. So right now, the market cap, or sorry, the outstanding shares is 24.37 million. So that's something that you need to kind of just be aware of leading into what I'm going to share with you. So short score is currently 73. Utilization is 70.51%, and kind of a small short interest, so 6.22% of the free float. So once again, just be aware of that. But 1.37 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is 66.11%. So based on this, yes, I definitely do feel that with AMC squeezing going into next week, there could be a kind of a overlap and kind of an overflow, if you want to call it that, to CEI. Not a substantial one, because 1.37 million shares overall being shorted isn't that much, especially considering their average is around 11.32 million shares. So in reality, that might just add another 10 cents, because you have to factor in not all 1.37 million shares would close out their position at the same time. Maybe 20 to 30%, and that would be considered a fairly okay squeeze. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all that in the comments below. And one final thing, I'll just give you guys a quick overview of the rest of the data, including what options did. So based on this, $323,000 in calls being purchased based on Friday versus 46,000 in puts. So based on this, like I said, I think people are trying to still digest exactly where it could be. But I do feel that, yes, a lot of people, based on the amount of calls and with all the options activity based on Friday, 87% bullish, people do anticipate this to continue to trend up. Like I said, anywhere from maybe the $1.80 to $2 range, somewhere around there. But when it comes to this options activity, it's not really anything, but this is the grid for calls. So it is anticipated there's a substantial amount. Unfortunately, they don't have weekly for options, only monthly it looks like, but it is anticipated there's a fair amount of people that do feel that $2 is very kind of attainable by August. But once again, options activity. So if someone bought $10 million in calls, it doesn't necessarily even move the stock price 1 cent. This is just more of a sentiment. So once again, do your own due diligence. When it comes down to this, number of retail investors very much got into Camber on based on the momentum indicator. Looking at stochastic, a nice bullish sentiment is starting to form right now, and it is at 53. So with this rally that did happen on Friday, it didn't necessarily make it overbought. So of course that does leave a lot of room for it to still technically go up based on that. So with all that said, let me know you guys' thoughts on Camber. Do you think that between $1.80 to $2 is fairly attainable? And that's obviously factoring in just the whole merger and maybe a little bit of a squeeze as well. But on a side note, do you think that Camber is going to squeeze at all? So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts on all that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of promos or free promos, and that is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. It's free to sign up for the account, plus it gives you free level 2 trading and $0 commission. But if you throw $100 at the account, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So it's a win-win. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And with that said, that's all make a lot of money.